Alright, all I need to do is adjust the headlights once these metal clips get in today. But here's a little better look of it in the daylight. Don't worry about the gaps and the plastic still on them. I'm just leaving the plastic on to protect them, and then I have to adjust them, like close that gap up there once the metal clips get in. Did get a new bumper sourced. Very good shape once used, but it's very, very, very good shape. And then I have a ranch hand on the way. So it might be a little hard to tell, but you see how there's a gap there where that headlight, it's supposed to be like a retaining clip that goes down and holds those, because that's why these are so loose right now, and that's why they're not adjusted properly. So you can run these screws in, this one right here, and then there's one down there, and that changes the angle of the headlight. So I think as I loosen this one and draw this one in, it'll close that gap. But this one had some damage. The side marker with this, I guess you would call it like a bulkhead, where this clips into, is kind of broken. So I'm probably gonna silicone that in so it stays like that. But I would have to probably replace this whole bulkhead to really fix it correctly, and that's not something I'm willing on doing right now. But he's back together. Hopefully get the new bumper on it next week. And it did, since the deer did kind of push this bumper up kind of a little funky, so it's kind of down there, but I think I have some adjustment I can maybe get out of it with loosening the bolts that mount it. But for now, it's good enough. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna get this truck washed today probably, and get her on the road. I'm kind of happy with the job that it turned out to be. I always get a little worried with damage like that, like deer damage or accident damage, because you really don't know what all is broken. And you can look at it all you want until you start putting stuff back together, especially like this where this light was completely missing. I had no idea with some of the stuff, but thankfully it held up enough to be able to piece back together, and I'll be able to get this thing back on the road, tear that plastic off the lights once I'm all done. Just kind of trying to leave them protected while I was swapping parts. Like, had to cut this piece out. This is one of the clips that the screw goes into. Had to cut that out. This was off one of the other headlights. This is one of the new pieces that I ended up using one of the old ones on the good side. This is one of the old ones that broke, so it was like kind of piecing stuff together. Here's one that was broken from the deer hit side. So I just pieced everything back together as I could, and it turned out, I was getting a little frustrated last night because it was getting dark on me, and the way I have it sitting here in the yard, I didn't have any light. Because one of those things where you see something, you're like, well, I want to start working on it, and you start tearing into something, and realize you should have moved it anyways. But other than that, Amazon's bringing the clips here today between 1:45 and 5 o'clock, and I'll have this thing wrapped up. I'll get it washed probably, and we're gonna probably use the mega cab to deliver these truck beds, these ones right there, and then we're gonna swap the 7.3 over to the Iron Bull, because that's gonna get a set of brand new trucks to go down to Knoxville. Well, Amazon just showed up. Let's see if these retention clips are what we need. Try to set you guys down here. I got like a package that says made in China for a Ford part. I'll show you guys what they look like if I can get them out. They're all stuck together. They're funky because you see these clips right here. This part right here, that clips onto that little nipple. So, and when you pull on them, like those old ones were so brittle. Like, so brittle it just broke the tab off. So it came with 8. I'll see if we can get these just like pushed down on there. And should be exactly what we need. Well, about the last days of this, boys. Ain't be many. Won't be many more days we need our fans. Alright? Right, buddy? Not many more days of fans left. Soon it'll be winter jackets. Coming in at night, not during the day. What about you, old timer? Huh? You 20-some-year-old? Alright, come on. Come on. I'll get you some treats. And then you got 3-legged cats. There. Huh. Well, gonna go ahead and get hooked up with this tomorrow. Missed the shot a little bit. Had the 7.3. Sun's going down here. The 7.3 on the battery charger because I left the lights on when I was checking the bulbs in this thing earlier when it was real sunny, so you couldn't see anything. But let's get the lights turned on and see what she looks like. Yep, everything seems to work. She looks pretty good. Pretty happy with the smoke lens because they're not real smoked. They're barely tinted, and I like that. And then the paint on the grill ended up pretty good as well. Alright, we got this hooked up. This is running right now, and then I'm gonna let the battery charge. I'm gonna shut this thing off for now and make sure all the lights go off inside, because I don't think it was inside. I think it was the exterior lights. And then once it gets fully dark out here, I'm gonna come out and make sure the headlights look like they're aligned properly. Make sure one's not pointing down at the ground. Yeah, it must have been the exterior lights because those are off. Make sure some aren't one's not pointing at the ground, one's not pointing at the sky, and that project's done. I'm gonna shut this thing off for now and make sure all the lights go off inside, because I don't think it was inside. I think it was the exterior lights. And then once it gets fully dark out here, I'm gonna come out and make sure the headlights look like they're aligned properly. Make sure one's not pointing down at the ground. Yeah, it must have been the exterior lights because those are off. Make sure some aren't one's not pointing at the ground, one's not pointing at the sky, and that project's done. Alright, sun is finally down. It's dark. Let's see what we got. Pattern looks pretty good. Not in the video. It looks goofy in the video, but it looks pretty even. Very nice. I guess maybe because it's in wide angle right now. But on the, like on this left side, it looks like it's dark right there on the video, but it's all lit up there. Looks pretty even to me. That will be a job well done. I'll see you guys tomorrow.